Hello and welcome back to Dyson Sphere Program. I'm Ivan. Now in this episode I'm quite eager to start building towards the next science. The next science is, let's say, it's here on the tech tree. We are closing in on it, and it doesn't even need the yellow science, but we need this one between, and that one does. Oh, 200, so that was easy. That means we probably have quite a lot of yellow science spare. So let's do the upgrades. Let's see. One upgrade on this one is probably really nice. It doubles the throughput of the sorters. And let's see what else. We are going to go to new planets, but we don't do it that often. Let's see. 2 lines of inventory, that's nice. 2 extra construction drones. That's big. How many do we have? I think that shows in inventory. Let's check after. And some speed, sure. And afterwards we can do this if we get there. So now we have much science going at least. Let's see. Yeah, we have 5, so it goes from 5 to 7. That's decent. Also, what I want to do is I want to automate the third belt, because we have the tech, right? Yes. And we have the items. Yes. And I also want to automate this. So both of those need the webbing, the graphene. And this one needs red chips, and this one needs blue engines. So, where do we start, and how do we do this, and what is going on? Let's see. I think, do we want to keep the buffer? I'm almost considering keeping the buffer for the chest, I mean, for the assembling machine Mark 1s, because these actually require less power per item made than the other ones. So and they also have less idle consumption, right? Yes. So as opposed to belts that doesn't have any upkeep, or inserters where you actually save power when using the third one if you have the upgrade for let's see, this one, yes, because they drain, let's see, 72, 36 and 18, so it's from 18 it's double and double, but they work at twice the speed and twice the speed. So moving one product takes, say it takes 1 second for this, it would be half a second for that one. So it will do it twice as fast, which means it will be more idle. But this one, conclusion is that per moved item, the energy cost is the same. But this one moves 2 items soon per trip, so you actually save power on that. And they have the same idle consumption. Arguably, though, a minor thing is that the faster ones will be more often idle than the other one. So if this one can keep up, then it will draw a tiny bit less power. It will be around 4,500 watts less, or something like that. It's something minor. I haven't looked at the numbers, but the point is that Mark III upgraded is almost always the best solution. Almost always. While on assembling machines, that's not the case, because they even have less idle consumption, and they have less power per item crafted, right? Let's see. Although it's minor, so I'll probably mostly use the upgraded ones anyway. because this game, I'd rather like expand power enough to be able to sustain it than use cheap and slow items, probably. So, that was a lot of talking for that. So we need graphene, and here, let's see, this is here, right? Yeah, so we remove this and add this. And plop. So this is graphene and blue engines. I know they aren't actually engines, but and motor, I guess, is the term. Motor, green motor, and blue motor. I feel like that's the technical term for these. Although, yeah. Anyway. So they need a tiny bit of graphene. So let's bring that here, because that feeds both the machines that needs it. So maybe we can get it through here. Oh, this is going to be awkward and fun. Maybe not awkward really, because it's just one belt that's up a few floors. So let's see. How many floors though? I think it's 3, because we probably have... Yeah, it needs to be above the green one. So... Oh, research complete, alright. So it needs to go here, yes. And then down. Let's see how... I really hope that they let us turn the belts soon, because then we don't have to count like this. Yeah, so this one does this work. I don't know, let's check. I think we might be able to grab from it, even though it's the red one. Yeah, let's find out. I haven't really tried. Can we grab from slope? And can we output through the slope? 2 important things. Can we grab from here? No, it needs to be the bottom one. But can we then put in box? No. So we need to move it 1. At least we checked, but that means we can grab from the first tile of a slope, I guess. And that's nice to know. In other cases, that might be useful. So we remove one of these, then we try. So connect. This is the same one. Yeah, so we remove one more, and then connect, and then down. I'm not sure why it's so important for me to land it as late as possible, because it might actually be better to land it to go along the ground down here. So we might have to move it later if that's something we want to do. Let's see, can we... Yeah, this one goes out. And then we have the in. But we also want an in from the box, don't we? Actually, we can do a temporary feeding box for this one. Here. So this one, and we also, oh yeah, we want to move these boxes because I want room for 2 belts between. I'm not sure why I didn't set it up like that in the first place, but we want it here. So this is all the inserters. So let's place inserters. How many? I think we like stopped at like 300 on our person. So this reaches, and it gets all of the things right. Yes, good. And then this reaches, and it's missing the blue engines, motors, rings, and those we're going to get there. So I'm going to start by obtaining those. Since I don't know how many items need those, I'm not going to automate them yet, but this is enough. So we can upgrade our belts quite nicely now. That's that. Then we need to connect this to to the graphene box, I guess. Let's see, how tall are you, Captain Belt? 1, 2, 3 up. So let's see if we can do that from here-ish, maybe through here. Moving the power pole slightly. Do we want this here at all? I think we do. I think we do. So let's go to floor level. Oh, and we can go under it. Good, because the coal belt there, it wasn't on floor level. Under. And then 1, 2, 3 up. Hopefully that's enough to get above. It is, yes. And then we connect. I like that we can pull belts over buildings like this. It's nice. So we definitely need more of this. And I think what I'm doing here is a bit awkward because these aren't going to be the ones producing the graphene. So belts might need to move at some point. And also, let's see. I guess we want the graphene from this box and not from this box. Yeah, because this is our box. It's not the factory's box. So let's move it there and have an output here. And let's see, it needs to, yeah, it needs to have the filter on and it couldn't be on in advance. So let's yoink everything here. Holding the button and we got them, good. So planet is saved. Is that it? Do we have the graphene now? These are making, outputting here. I think this is a bit awkward because we don't have enough. And apparently this one outputs before this one, so I'm going to cut it here. So what we need to do now is fix graphene up at the solar sails. But that's something we want to fix anyway. So because we want more cannons. So let's get a few cannons. And also, let's finish this part. So we want more of these. And that means we need more of these, which means we need more silicon. So let's move those there. We also need more copper. And this goes into a box here. Now the science is going nicely today. So in and out. And all of these. And then we have in here. These ones are supposed to go here. The ones we want to get rid of. Those are a bit hard to see in the inventory, but it's these. That's green, that's blue. Not very clear, but it works. And then power pole. Let's just place it off to the side so it doesn't obscure the view. So right now we aren't building much because of the lack of graphene. It will start soon and we can help it out using our personal stash to help it out. So that means you get 1 stack. I think that's good. So that's what? It's 1 per. So 100 means a stack, 300 belts. I want more than that. So let's put in at least 1 more stack. That's 600. And here we just, let's see how many we can actually put in. 100. Okay, so full stack in. That's nice. So we get a few machines. So it is actually working right now. But of course, it's hand-fed. And that's not something we want to do for very long. See, yeah, research really happening today. So getting rid of some old stuff. Power issues. So definitely need to make sure that everything is okay up at the solar things. So let's make a few cannons. That would be... how many cannons? 10. So we need 50 of these ones. That's 100. Let's just leave 50. And then we need the steel. Let's get a couple of stacks. We have such a huge inventory now, so that's nice. We also, let's see, that's 5 and 10 each, so we need one more stack. And yeah, this one is filling up quickly, so that's 10. That should help a bit. Let's get one more stack of these, just so we have them. We also, do we want, I think it would be nice with one more of these, but that means we're going to have to, yeah, let's obtain enough items for that, so we can place it on the way. So we need 40 of these. It will be really nice when we set up all of this in the mall itself, but that's going to take a moment, I guess. There, crafting the first step. Then we need, let's see, 40 of these ones. Oh, we have a few of those. That's nice. This one needs steel, so let's get rid of the rest of the steel. So convert here, and then 20 full accumulators. That's good. When this is done, we have it. So that's enough to go on right, because we have 10 cannons. We have one more orbit collector that we will place very close to the other one. We have 10 more cannons, and we need to be able to actually make the graphene, and we need to be able to burn off the hydrogen. So that means power plants. We have 8 of those. So let's quickly just look at our shopping list. We're doing good on everything, really. Let's see how many of these we have now. 12. It's nice. It's low, but it's nice. Let's get rid of the graphene. We are going to get so much graphene when we really mine that place. So 20 chemical plants, more than enough. What else? Power plants. 8 is also enough, I think. Not sure what's going to happen when we place them up there, but it's fine. We'll find out. So let's craft this and fly to place it right away. Oh, yeah, that's going to take 1.5 minutes, but that's fine. That's fitting. So let's fly to planet. That would be here. Gas giant. That's number 3. This is going to be nice for power, and it's going to be nice for mall. I like that we have proper belts soon. Let's see. So I'm looking at the bottom left here now, and I think I see the tower straight ahead. Mining tower. Yes. Good. That was a tiny little blip on the minimap. Hello. So let's find out transportation. Good. 41 seconds. Okay, so while that is happening, we can look at this, and it looks like we have a lot, but we haven't requested anything. So of course it just stacks up and stacks up. This is nice though. Extra hydrogen as well. We can just import whenever. Oh, and we're in space. It's such a nice game, this one. I like the visuals. So our tech stopped. We did get all of the upgrades up here, I think. Yeah, all of these need Mecha Core level 4, and for that we need the next tech. That's probably our next goal. So let's do some science. I want to keep the science rolling. All of these are cancelable, really. We don't really need them. So, oh, geez, we can go all the way. Okay. And logistic rain. And here's the vessel. Okay, so rather than all of this crap and that, let's upgrade our logistic vessels. That's here, because the drones are the small ones, I believe. Drones +5, yes. And I think it's level 3 here as well, is +100 logistic vessel carrying capacity. So I think, let's see, I think we're going to go with the carry capacity, because right now they have a carry capacity of 200, it shows here. And that goes up to 300, which will make them need a lot fewer trips. And then we upgrade the speed. Good. And then we get, what was it? The stacking. Yeah, let's do one more. Let's do 2 more. No, let's do 1 more because the queue is full. Okay, so we've managed to talk enough. So now we can, let's see, too close. Ah, it's like 10 from, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, big line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, big line. Good. And then we need to go to, let's not leave this poor construction drone. I'm not sure what happens if you like leave them in space. That would be rude, at least. So, Corona 2, that's where we're going. Let's see, just trying to aim a bit. Clicking tab to release mouse, clicking tab to get the mouse back. Oh, and we have the sail speed upgrade now, so we are sailing. This is smooth sailing. So this should help our power struggles quite a bit. Quite a bit, yes, because we might as much as triple it, but we'll see. We will at least... blah, blah. Did we... We actually landed close to where we had to go. That's neat, yeah. So many people talk about, is it worth it using the solar sails? And that's a fair question, because wind power doesn't really need anything. And the oil refinery is infinite, while this is consuming resources like stone, iron and copper. But one of these sails, they make, I think it's 30 kilowatts for 40 minutes. So let's say duration is 2.4k. So if we time that by 3, it's 720 or 7,000. So time it by 30, it's 70,000. So that means it's 70 plus megawatts, megajoules in one sail. Did I do the maths correctly there? 30 times 2.4k is 7 point something, 70 something. Yeah, I believe it is. So that's a lot. 70 megawatts. Like a piece of coal, when you burn it, that's not coal, but is 2.16 megajoules. Well, this one is 70. So, and then of course we have a lot of loss. So it's not actually 70. It's like 35, and then do we have more loss? No. But excess is lost. We don't have much excess right now, so that's not an issue. But it feels like it's a lot of power per item. But if it's worth it, it's hard to tell. because if it's very quick to set up, that's nice. It also helps the Dyson Sphere later. So at some point you need to eject them, I guess. And we have much resources on this planet alone. It's I think one sail is 2 iron and 1 copper, so it's like 600,000 sails, and we have much stone, and it's most expensive on stone. So we're doing fine on that as well. And 600,000 sails. We have right now, we have like 2,000 sails an hour or something. So 300 hours before this planet runs out of iron, and this planet is really low on iron. So yeah, I don't see an issue. And right now, of course, I don't have a clue how the game works. So it's more about the experimentation, and in other games we have done power. So this game, why are you too close? Why? Is it? Huh. Did we build these a tiny bit closer to each other? We're building on the lines, and here we aren't. Okay, yes. I'm going to build on the lines. So we spread them out a bit more. And also let's do a copy. So we get, what am I trying to say? The path, I'm missing a word completely now. The path, the orbit is the word. I'm not even sure if it is the word. I'm going to check which word I'm looking for. It is Dyson Sphere orbit. Okay, it is an orbit, yes. So this one will automatically. And I think the orbit number 2 was the most efficient one. Now we can place it. Good. That's where I want the power. So how close did we place them here? Between everyone? Okay. Now, one of the things I did find out was that the big power poles, they actually have idle consumption, and that's awkward. They actually have an upkeep, so I'm going to try to limit my use of those, because that's something I don't want to have. They have 90 kilowatts, so 11 of them is a megawatt, and that's a lot. At least at this stage of the game. It's not a lot in like the big picture things, but for now, when we are actually not sure how power is going to be, that's a lot. So you have a lot. Okay, so let's just remote store these. Let's local store them as well. I'm not going to ship them. I'm just going to leave them here. And then we're going to import fire ice. That's here. Are you starting? No. Remote command. Start now, please. Yes, good. So how much do we want? We have how many machines? 8. These are tier 1 machines. Oh well, we make all the ratios for the tier 2 machines. When upgrading happens in the game, I think we will upgrade most of these to tier 2 anyway. So they need 1 every 4 seconds, which means we need 2 every second. So let's quickly look at this. We need 2 every second. So we need exactly the huge number of 2 machines. Wow, that was an impressive number. 2, okay. So we put those let's put them here. And set the recipe. Set the recipe. We are getting science. Are we getting science quickly? 300 hashes a second. No, it's not quick. It's something. So you, oh no, this belt can stay actually. We need to get rid of them. Maybe not. Maybe we ship them back to Earth. Or it's, I guess it's not Earth, but ship them back to where we live. Oh, but I want to keep making them. I'm going to leave this belt off. Let's see here. So then we have fire ice coming out here. Can go in on this side. Now this has 2 outputs. So this is one output and this is the other. And this output is the important one. I'm going to turn that belt actually because I want to connect it here. So here. Setting up the thing. And the thing. Then we have, I guess, input priority from the plants here. So only the graphene is going out here. And here we have the input for the machines. And here we have the output for the hydrogen. I'm going to make a tank. Am I going to make a tank? Yeah, just in case. Just in case. That gives us the ability to buffer a tiny bit of it. Now, and here's a small detail. This was told by Catherine of Sky. It's possible to daisy chain these. So I'm going to do that with a few. So you can place them like this. Oh, that seems very close. Is that even possible? Too close. Okay, so it depends a bit on the rotation of the Earth or something, but the point is that you don't need many belts. 3, let's do 6 of these. And I think in some cases you can place them all the way close, but it depends on how squished everything gets because of the spherical properties of the planets. Let's try now. Yep. And I think this is complete overkill. We aren't going to be able to fuel this at all, but that's not the point. The point is to burn the hydrogen. And another thing we could do is to split off the hydrogen and put it back in here so we could ship it somewhere. That would probably be a better idea. So I just talked myself into that, didn't I? I think I did. So what we do with this is we do a splitter. How? Yeah, I'm going to make spaghetti because apparently 3, like this tiny portion of things is enough for me to make some spaghetti. And there we go. So on this side is where we put the tank, I think. We don't need one because this logistics station is huge. So let's build one anyway. And in. Good. So this thing needs to be hydrogen, and I guess we just supply it, sure. This is extremely slow and extremely silly, but it's fine. So there we go. This should create enough for everything. I also want to make a belt buffer. 2 places, I think. One here. And the reason for this is they aren't always firing, right? So I don't want the belt to empty while they're firing and then stuck up, and we don't produce anything while they're not firing. Let's see if we can place storage close here. Yeah, we can. So let's do a count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So here. I also want a few more on the first orbit. So let's copy that one. Let's see. And 7 probably. 3. No, that's 5, 6, 7. 7. And all of these are for orbit number 2. And then we do the belt buffering here as well. Good. And we limit it. So now our cloud should be bigger and bigger and bigger. And that's nice. And it looks like we are doing great on the fire eyes. We don't need 10,000 because it burns what? Almost nothing. 1 a second, yeah. 1 a second. So if we have 3,600, the buffer will last us for an hour. We don't need that much, so maybe say 1,800 because that's half an hour. That's sure. So this should be set up now. We need to keep these here because when this one fills and everything just fills, we don't want to clog and everything to stop. So this is an emergency burning facility that will activate if buffer is completely buffered. Good. So I guess we fly back home. That's the next step in our journey. Oh, we have so much going on here now. This is so cool. So we fly back home and then we start science. I feel like we have enough mining of the things we need to mine. Whatchamacallit? The fire ice. We also have hydrogen being mined. So we can start actually properly setting up the science. I'm not going to do it now because it's going to take a while. I'm also not even sure where I'm going to set it up. I kind of want to use our different planets. Oh, this is fun. We can check the tank. It's actually quite steady. It's not out at least. That's... Here we go. We're back to our mall. Let's see how we're doing on... We're doing great on graphene. That's good. We can remove this, I think. Clear and... because we don't want to export it anymore. Yeah, and we have the belt cut. Our box is doing fine. This box is not doing fine. Why? Because it needs copper and engines. Let's place the engines and get some copper for it so it produces. All of this will also be automated. Oh, and why do we have a chest limit on that? That's very silly. Are we out here as well? Yeah. So let's place a few here. Good. And a few somewhere I completely forgot. Here. Plop. Good. So now everything is producing. Not this one. That needs this. 2,000. Let's get all of them and place them in here, and then get 2,000 steel as well. I wonder if we can right click and get 2,000, or if... Let's see, that didn't work. Let's try control right clicking. That actually worked. Control right clicking lets you set the number from the whole box. That's very nice. Oh, and 1999. That fits. I didn't actually have one spare. So, control right click works. That's impressive. I didn't expect that at all. And it doesn't fit in the box. So let's place another box. There. I think that's the first double box we've had. This is going to last a very long time, though. So our Dyson swarm is going up. That means our power is most likely going up as well. Oh, clicking the escape button for no reason at all. Let's see. Yeah, we're still requesting way more than we need. But I'm looking at the efficiency here. This is going to cap out right now. Good. So it's almost at 70% efficiency. So the loss is 31%. And the loss is supposed to be 49%. So the change is massive in the continuous receiving. But as our swarm gets bigger, our power down here gets bigger as well, and that's nice. We also save a lot of power, because when we have extra, we place them in accumulators. I thought we would have more than this, but I guess we completely cleared out this box, so they're really producing. And let's see, all of them aren't producing because, of course, this can't supply everything. We knew that when we set it up, but it's still building more than enough. More than enough. So let's quickly look at our belts. This is so nice. Oh, that made my day. So plop and plop. We have now stopped using the slow belts, and we are using the quick belts. This is nice. I guess we don't need that many stacks. Let's do 5. Let's do 6. One more. That's 6, 7. Because I want all of them. I'm getting greedy now. And this one needs more of these, and we are making loads of these. Now, this is an issue with the inserters. Let's talk about this. When it requests 2 items from this place, the graphene and the processors, they sometimes can't get rid of an item. Here it is graphene. I think that's because I put in a stack by myself. So it needs processors, but the sorter is busy with the graphene. So if I move the graphene back now, it should start. And that's not usually an issue unless it needs 2 different products from somewhere and it for some reason can't get rid of one of them. So usually not a problem, I think. But if it lights up like this when it's constant colored, it means it can't get rid of its stuff. And here it's because the box is full. But when it's an input, we don't have any cases of that right now. I see, that's a good thing. But when you see an input having a constant color, there's something wrong. So it's nice to pay attention to that, like here. But that's because we are placing it from 2 different locations. And that's usually when the problem appears, when 2 different inserters want to place the same product in and it fills up. So that was a bit of, I don't know, random history, random mechanics. Sure. Anyway, we have set up our Dyson Sphere now. It should go up a lot. It is going up a lot. Maybe we should have made a 3rd shell, 3rd orbit. It's fine. Let's just make these. I'm not sure if an orbit has a limited capacity of sails or something. Don't know. But it should triple up compared to what we did before. So our power is good now. That's so nice. That's nice. Yeah, feels good. As we get to the next episode, I think I'm going to set up a few more of these things for our next science, and then we're going to... Okay, I'm speculating now. I'm going to look into that when I'm going to look into that. So for now, I'm going to say thank you all for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the spaghetti. Bye bye.